MPP Kathleen Wynne introducing a private member's bill at Queen's Park to make seatbelts mandatory on school buses. And she joins us live now this morning. Thank you so much. Long time no see.
Yeah, nice to see you. Thanks for having me in, Mel.
Yeah, let's talk first about what happened yesterday. So introducing this bill, why now?
Because we have new evidence now. When I was Minister of Transportation, when I was Minister of Education, when I was Premier, every time I asked officials, and we did have this conversation a number of times, they were relying on evidence from 1984 that actually showed that lap belts on kids could create the situation where they would have more head injuries. So it was counterintuitive to us and to all moms, you know, why wouldn't you have seatbelts? But what we now know from a 2010 Transport Canada study that wasn't released for some reason, it wasn't released in 2010, it's now come to light, and now we know that 3-point seatbelts, so the shoulder and the lap belt, that they actually do keep kids from being ejected. They actually do keep kids safer. So I think now we have new evidence. We have the crash test. We need to go ahead and put them in.
Reception has been good.
It has been.
This.
School bus operators, the Ontario Safety League was with us yesterday at the press conference. Parents, teachers, you know, everyone sees that now that we have this new evidence, because they've all been given the same reference to 1984 too.
Yeah.
So they want us to move ahead.
Kathleen, there's a cost that comes with this, right? So we're going to have to retrofit a number of the existing buses, and then the new ones you're hoping to have it in. Do we have a price tag on what this could look like?
So to retrofit a bus, it costs about $10,000 to $15,000. But to put the seatbelts on new buses, it's only between $5,000 and $10,000. So now, it's still an amount of money. You know, we're talking about thousands of school buses across the province. But I think as we phase it in, and which is why in my bill I said let's give bus operators an opportunity to have a couple of years to phase this in, so that by 2025 all of the school buses in the province would have seatbelts. Look, I just think that we need to use the evidence that we have, whether it's my bill that goes forward, or whether it's the government deciding to put it into another bill. Kids' lives are at stake here, and so we need to do this.
While you're here, I do have to ask you, elephant in the room, and how has Queen's Park been for you as of late?
Well, it's a little bit rowdy right now.
Rowdy?
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I mean, obviously, I feel that some of the things that the government is doing are not the direction we should be going. So the removal of the child advocate, the fact that the environmental commissioner has been disempowered, and also the French language commissioner. You know, there's 600,000 Franco-Ontarians in this province, and why we wouldn't support them and make sure that that minority group had what they needed. That doesn't make any sense to me. So there's a lot going on at Queen's Park that we have to ask questions about.
Yeah, lots of questions. But for you personally, how's it been?
For me personally? Well, I represent Don Valley West, and it's an honor to continue to do that. Actually, yesterday when I was introducing my bill, I had a number of people who have been working with me for years on policy and on political support. They came down to be there during the debate, and people feel very strongly about the things they believe in, and they elect their representatives locally to take their voice to Queen's Park. And there are 124 seats in that legislature. It doesn't matter which one you're sitting in, you have a responsibility to bring those voices to Queen's Park.
Yeah, appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming in today.